All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Y'all already know, baby, it is Friday. Yes, happy fabulous Friday. I am your girl, Angela A. Love Lewis, and y'all know I typically don't show up on a Friday. However, we had to shine a spotlight on a special somebody because they out here doing their thing. They are making noise, making an impact, being a big influencer, and so we just had to come out on a Friday just to let you guys know because the weather is nice. It's not only that, but it's also her birthday, and she is doing big things. See, that's how you pop out on your birthday and not just tell everybody, tell me happy birthday, but I got a little something special for y'all too because I've been working behind the scenes. I ain't been telling y'all all my business. I've been keeping it quiet, right? And then just pop out on you, right? That's what is going on today. So We Shine Media is shining the spotlight on my girl, author Tammy Wadley. And listen, y'all are going to be in for a treat because what she has to talk about is something that we are all so familiar with. So let me not just keep her backstage. Let me go on and bring her on here because, like I said, not only is she releasing her new book, but she is celebrating a birthday. So let me bring her to the stage. Woo! Happy birthday, Tammy!
Thank you. Thank you.
How
I'm
are
so
you?
excited to be here. I'm well.
Awesome, awesome. I'm excited to have you here. Super excited to let people know that, again, it's not only your birthday. So, shout out to the Cancers. I got a cousin, her birthday is today too. So, y'all, some good people. My girl, Tabitha Jones. Look, so I love it. I love it. My brother's birthday was Wednesday. My aunt's birthday was Monday. So, listen, y'all be doing your thing, right? My nephew's birthday is coming
Yeah.
up. It must be something about July. I don't know. What you think about it?
Well, it is something about me. I am a Cancer. And yes, July 19th, Friday, that's my day.
That is your day. And what other perfect way to come and talk about your new book release, which is just give me a look, just give me a moment. Put that hand up. It's got to go with it, right? Because sometimes we got to put our hand up and be like, just give me a moment. Let me put my purse down. Let me put my groceries down. Let me stop what I'm doing. Give me a moment to finish what I'm doing. So let's talk about that. I want you to tell the people who you are, but I also want to know, how did that book title come about?
Okay, well, yes, I am Tammy Wadley, the Tammy Wadley, author times two. And so, yes, I just released Just Give Me a Moment today. I am a licensed school social worker and a licensed master social worker. So, my background is in mental health. And I can give you a great story about how I came up with this
Okay.
title of the book. And it's a real life story. I've worked in mental health. I worked around patients. I worked around clients, just having a caseload. And most of the time, when you work in that background, you work amongst mutual clients, mutual people who refer clients to you. And at that moment, I worked with a client who was a mutual client of a therapist who we worked together with. And we were coming in for the day. You know how when you come into work, you have all these goals that you have set aside for the day. And, oh, I have a list of things that I want to do today because, of course, before we come to work, we're already thinking about what we want to eat, right? So it's like, oh, I got to take care of all of this before I go eat. And so when the day started, I made sure that I got to work on time, maybe before others got there. And the therapist of the mutual client, she came in a little bit late, but it's like, oh, I got to get to this. I most definitely have to get my work done. So as soon as I see her, I'm stopping her at the door. And I'm going to ask her, like, hey, what's going on with this client? We need to refer this client for, certain services so we can move this client along. And as soon as she walked through the door, I was in her face. Hey, you know the client who we serve, and she put up her hand in my face and she said, stop. And I looked at her as if, no, you telling me to stop. Like, don't tell me to stop. But she said, just give me a moment. I just got here. Still have my bags on my shoulders. I hadn't even had a chance to sit down and to put my things down. And at that moment, I realized, Tammy, you are wrong. You want someone else to give you a moment, regardless of what you think or whatever time that you thought that she needed to be there. She could have had anything to happen on her way to work. It could have been a bad accident. It could have been something at home. And the only thing I thought about was myself at that moment.
Yeah.
And so this was a couple of years ago, and I just reflected on that because I'm the type of person where I can take self-criticism. I can correct myself. And of course, it came with growth. It took me a long time to get to this point. Of course, when we're younger, we're thinking about self all the time. But working in this profession has taught me about growth and working with other people. And so that's how I came up with the title, Just Give Me a Moment, because as I grew and I got further in my profession and I changed jobs, those things started happening to me. And I was in my office saying, oh, just give me a moment. I'm one person, and it even got to the point where something happened to me that led a medical condition and I ended up in the hospital. And so that's how I came up with Just Give Me a Moment.
I love the title because it really resonates with people when you start talking about being a busy mom, being a wife, being a friend, working, having your own business. No matter what that is, we all have moments where you just need to, kind of like, give me a moment. Let me get myself together. Let me get my thoughts together. Let me, prepare myself. And in a lot of ways, we're in such a busy society where it's like go, 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 go all the time, that if you don't take those moments, it can trigger you to have health issues. It can trigger you to have, mental health issues where you get into anxiety or, depression or worry. So let's talk about how you break that down in terms of just give me a moment.
Okay. So in my book, Just Give Me a Moment, I came up with 7 self-care tips. And these are like the general self-care tips. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of self-care tips. Some people's self-care tip regimen is different from others. But of course, I wanted to focus on the main ones. And in my book, I share my story of what happened to me, what kind of got me down. And so I use these main 7 tips to kind of help me get back on track. So one of the tips is, of course, sleep. Most of the time, if we're busy, so busy with life, we want to catch up on everything that needs to be done. We want to catch up on schoolwork. If we're in school, like right now, I'm in my doctoral program. However, I've learned how to time management. Like, this is the max amount of hours that I need for sleep, because if I don't get that amount of sleep, then I'm going to crash when it comes to my duties at my job with my profession. And I take my profession very seriously. At home life, when it's time to, have time with my kids, have time with my family, those things. So sleep is very important. And then if we don't get enough sleep, of course, I'm not a MD, a physician, or I don't specialize in it, but just in coming off of what my experiences are, your body will crash, because mine have before. And so with another tip that I give, and I won't give too many,
Yeah.
but
Make them buy that book, girl. Make them buy that book.
Right. Another tip that I give that I feel is most important is know when to say no. Know when to say no. A lot of times we want to show others that we're there. We want to be recognized as that number one go-to person, as, oh, I got it. I want you to think and feel that I'm the most wonderful person out here, and I would just give you my shirt off my back. Well, hold up, let me tell you something. If if I don't have another shirt to put on, I'm not gonna give you my shirt off my back. We have to take care of ourselves first. And you have to know when to say no. If you know that you have a responsibility at work to do something, and if it falls up under your job description, then yes, by all means, take care of that. However, If you're already working on an assignment and someone else comes to you from a different department and you know it's not in your job description, like sometimes we want to work overboard and we want to show that, oh, I go above and beyond. Take care of your duties first. Don't put so much on you. And you have to know when to say no. If you have to say no, well, let me check with my supervisor first or my department lead and see if it falls into my description. But I cannot handle those duties right now because I have other duties to do. Know when to say no. And even if you're home life, say for a family member comes to you and they're known for asking you to do things, and you know that you want to help them, you know that you are that person in the family that will come through for everything. In some instances, life happens. There's going to be storms. So when the road gets tough, and that family member comes to you and asks for, can I have a helping hand? Sometimes you might have to say no, I can't do it right now. I have to take care of myself and I need to take care of my family.
Period. And I love that you chose those two because most people struggle with both of them. The saying, team no sleep, for you to go out and just work and get things done, and you're rushing and you're leaving one job, going to the other, or you're leaving work, picking up the kids from school and taking them wherever. And so when you get home, it's homework, it's cooking, it's a lot of different things that people have to do. And before you know it, you are well into your 7 or 8 hours that they typically recommend. For some people, you're operating on 4, some 5, 6, whatever that looks like. But if you're not adequately getting rest, then like you say, that just doesn't help you because it makes you irritable. It can have you, road rage. It's so many things that come from lack of sleep, not just health issues on top of that, so that's important. But then you said, baby, learn how. No is a complete sentence. Period. You don't have to have an explanation. You don't have to do. No, you can be nice if you want to add, but no is sufficient, honey. And when you learn how to say no, baby, it's a whole game changer. It's a whole game changer. So I love that you included self-care tips. I think this is, we always talk about self-care, but I don't think people really get into it the way that you did, to break it down and how to use these 7 tips to help you have a better life.
Yes. And also, just learning that the mental health background of that, filling your emotional cup. And I'm going to go ahead and give another tip. We have to be mindful of our emotions. When I wake up in the morning, I'm not perfect. I'm not happy. I'm not, oh, it's time to get up. I'm upset. I'm upset because I have to leave their bed. I have to leave my pillow. I'm hugging on my pillow. Who wants to get up in the morning times? Don't get me wrong. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up this morning. Thank you, Lord, for, giving me another day to breathe and to see my kids grow healthy. Thank you for all of that, So I'm not talking about that. Like, I love to be here. God, I love you, But what I'm saying is, who will want to work from the bed? I want to be able to work from home and from my bed, but doing my own work, one day, not, working for myself. So of course we all, want that. But what I'm saying is when you start your day, even when you're working for yourself or you're working from home, you have a family, so we have to learn how to take care of our emotions first, being that if I recognize I have all these negative emotions in the morning, what am I going to do to turn it around about time I get in my car and drive to my workplace, my place of work? What am I going to do for myself? Because I know that I serve students, I serve families, I serve the community. I will not go inside of my place of work with my negative emotions on my back, and I haven't at least tried to change what was going on. So if I have all of these negative emotions that's built up, what am I going to do to fill my cup with, positive emotions, and
Yeah.
to at least make it balanced? Now, we're all human, so we have negative emotions. That's a part of, the human race.
Right.
However, we need to learn how to balance it so that our cup will not spill over, so that those bad emotions won't just keep, building up on one another. And once it spill over, then that's it. You never know who you might come across if those bad emotions spill over. You might have a bad attitude one day. You might lose your job behind it. Bad road rage can also lead to bad violence that's going on these days. People are getting shot and killed over, just anything these days. So we have to learn how to control that. Even when you're working with or at the house with your families, and just because we're parents, doesn't make us right all the time. Our children have emotions as well because they're human beings. And so that's another tip that I give. And like I said, I don't want to go too much into detail.
Don't give another tip, baby. They're going to have to go get the book. I'm telling you. And the great thing about it is, Tammy, like I said, this is a perfect time. A lot of times, during the summer when kids are out of school and at home, it's overwhelming for some parents because they're used to, them being gone during the day or having that moment, but when they're at home and they're stuck in the house and they want to go somewhere and do some things, maybe your money is funny, maybe you just don't have the time, but whatever that looks like, just give me a moment becomes more and more what you feel like, just give me a moment and I'm going to take you somewhere. Just give me a moment and we'll go get something to eat, whatever that looks like. So again, it resonates with so many people. But at the end of the day, too, when you think about it, if your emotional cup is so full of negativity, if it is to a place where you don't have any positive thoughts, when you want to snap at somebody and you know that they really didn't do anything, they might just say, hi, hey, can you give me this? Why I got to be the one to always give, what I'm saying? People will snap on you. But again, you have to look at that because when we talk about mental health awareness, it is really understanding that people go through a lot. You don't know what people are dealing with. You don't know just because you see them and you think they looking like Tammy, honey, all snatched and pulled together because it's her birthday and she's smiling. You don't know what she went through Monday through Thursday before she woke up with her birthday today. You don't know. So it's really important to take the time to get this book so that you can read these 7 healthcare tips, self-care tips. But not only that, really read not just the tip, but everything she put in with that, because she gives a little bit more than just the actual tip. She goes into a little bit more detail, and I think that really can help somebody in their walk, in their journey to take a step back sometimes, and take a deep breath and get yourself in the right frame of mind before you move forward to do anything else.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, most definitely. And so also, when you get the book, there is something in there that can also help you on your journey as well. And so there is a challenge in there, and we have positive affirmations that's in the book. And so that you will be well on your way to your goal. Now, no one is perfect at all. However, we can do things to help us get on track. Will there be storms? Of course, there will be storms. However, this book, of course, it has helped me tremendously. But I also go out and I share tips and I engage with women all over the world. I do public speaking, motivational speaking on self-care tips. A lot of symposiums that I attend, and I speak on panels. So it is a lot of experience behind the work that I do. Like I said, I am a licensed master social worker. And I am currently in my doctoral program, Doctor of Social Work. specialization with impact leadership in administration and social work. So there is a lot of research and study behind I do. So I'm not just out here talking. I am doing the work, and I'm advocating for the community, staff daily, students daily, and I'm a big advocate for the students that I serve in the community. So not just the school that I work in, but the entire community. I have networks with a lot of local leaders here in Memphis, Tennessee, and also in Nashville at the Capitol. So I am doing the work, and I will hope that you guys purchase this book and start your journey on creating a healthier you, a healthier you with these self-care tips.
I love that. I love it. I'm going to get ready to put the link in there so people can go ahead and purchase their copy, pre-order it, so you can get an autographed copy, because I'm telling you, you already heard her say she'd be on Capitol Hill, talking, and she's getting this PhD, so she's getting ready to be a doctor. So, yeah, she's going to be the voice of people who are out here, helping you to become better. But what I love is that even with you doing this book, just give me a moment, this is your first solo project, but you did another project before, and that title and topic ties kind of in with self-care, because you love yourself, right? So talk a little bit about your previous one.
Okay, so I Love Her anthology. And so this book is a project that I am on currently with 11 other women. And so this book talks about just self-awareness. It also talks about self-care. And so with the 12 women total, including myself, we kind of share stories about being resilient about the storms that we've been through. We have deep poems that's embedded into our book. We have authors who shared about real life experience that they've been through and how they kind of bounce back with their resilience. Just trauma, a lot of childhood trauma, and how they get on track. And one author, which is our visionary author, Dr. Sparker Osborne, she talks about self-love permission slip, just, having that permission slip to be able to love yourself better, and how to eliminate all of those negative things that's going on. And so it's very good. It's filled with a lot of things that can help women from all walks. And of course, you see my face on the cover. Each author, they have their face on the cover. I believe, well, I know Miss Angela Lewis is one of the authors in the book as well. Very great and phenomenal with her work. So this book, just Give Me a Moment, it really helps, with women, and not just women, with men as well. If you want to find out a little bit more about what's going on in the eyes or the walks of women, it could be your daughter, it can be your aunt, it can be your mom. This book, I Love Her anthology, is very good for that. Even if you want to read that, and Just Give Me a Moment is good for everyone. Anyone can purchase it. Men, you can purchase it. It's for you too. We're all human beings. So it does not just pertain to a woman. It's for anybody. Our body works the same. We have the same color blood. Our systems, we have the same type of organs. It's nothing different between the male or the female. Well, it is something different, of course, with the male and female, but of course we share most organs. So when it comes to self-care, when it comes to self-love, self-awareness, then that's what we talk about and we share about in this book, in our I Love Her anthology book.
It's so powerful when you start talking about the similarities, because people like to always emphasize the differences, but I mean, bottom line, we all have feelings, we all get tired, we all get stressed out, we all have things going on. So when you can get people who come together, especially with you, with your level of expertise, speaking about topics that we take for granted a lot, with getting sleep, with not pouring from an empty cup, with taking on more responsibility than you really need to, and putting yourself behind, which gives more stress. When you're lacking because you're helping somebody else, it puts you at a feeling where, now I've got to go and do so much. And that's not good for your body, because stress, of course, brings on a number of different diseases. So to love yourself, whether it's I love her, I love him, either, loving yourself is important, but being able to take these tips can help you to show the love to you. So, baby, you have went out here, honey, and just started a whole platform, a whole movement of getting people to really look at themselves and take their lives seriously and do something about it now, not waiting until later when big things may be happening that you can't do anything about. Do it now. So I love it. And I put on the screen, for those who are looking, again, it's Tammy's birthday. So we want to make sure that for her birthday, we show her some birthday love. Pre-order the book at this link, so that way she can get it and autograph your copy. Because, again, you don't know her name, may be worth some big baby here in a little bit. So you want to say, I've got her book, it's autographed, and I have taken advantage of every one of the 7 tips that she's put in the book. Tammy, what's next? What else do you have coming up?
Well, of course, next, hopefully soon, I will be a doctoral candidate in my program. So, of course, I have my dissertation on that. And so, of course, there will be another book. It will be on social workers' perspectives of food deserts and impoverished communities in Memphis, Tennessee. So that will be one, but not just that. I'm looking forward to getting more vocal in my community, more public speaking engagements, motivational speaking. I do have a heart for the students who I serve. And so I've worked on a lot of projects with some local leaders, NBA basketball players, well, he was a local rapper, but he's now, he's a famous rapper. He has also attended one of my events. So I do a lot of symposiums and panels. I'm a field instructor supervisor partner with the University of Memphis. So I kind of work with BSW students or Master of Social Work students on their journey. So that's what I have going. I'm just here to advocate and to be the spokesperson for our people. And I just want to let everyone know, and if I can leave this before we go, that I want everyone to realize that there's no little me, you are the big me, So when you say, just give me a moment, don't just think about that small me. It's capital M and it's capital E. And you let people know that it's about you. It's about me. And once you start letting people know that, you set up boundaries, you create boundaries, and people will then start to understand. But if they don't respect you before that, and if they just treat you as the little me, then, you have to take it upon yourself to let them know that it's the big me.
Come on, Tammy. It's the big me. I love that. For those of you who are watching, again, this is Author Tammy Wadley. She has just released her book, Just Give Me a Moment. And again, like she said, how you treat yourself is how other people are going to treat you. So if you go around with a small me persona, then people are going to, take advantage and think that they can say or do whatever they need to, because you're not putting you first. So big me attitude, baby, big me up in this place. And I'm so excited that you have released it. The link is on the screen. It will be in the comments. Let's shower her for her birthday and go ahead and put that order in. I'm telling you, you can never get enough tips about taking care of yourself, because we only have one life to live. It's only one you. You got to take care of it, right? So Tammy, how can people reach you?
Well, I am on Facebook. If you just look me up, Tammy Wadley, Tammy Wadley, WAD, like dog, LEY. Instagram, Tammy R Wadley. Also, my Yahoo is the same, Tammy R Wadley at yahoo.com. I try to keep everything plain and simple because, of course, Wadley, most people don't have that last name. And so that's how you can reach me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. It has been such a pleasure having you on here. Again, author of Just Give Me a Moment. Y'all know we didn't said it, we didn't felt it, and we've probably handled it good or bad. Either way, you need to get this book so you can learn the tips to help you live your best life. And don't stop there. Get this book and then go ahead and follow Tammy so you can get the I Love Her book as well. Read them both. Great reads. I'm telling you, you will be blessed by it. And Tammy, what's the celebration for today? How's your birthday been going?
Everything has been going good. I love water. I love the trees. I love to just listen and meditate on everything. So as long as I got that out the way this morning, I'm fine. Everything else, kind of fell into place. So of course, we do have plans later on this evening, wherever it goes. And so yes, I just had my moment with God this morning, and I'm just grateful to be here and to see another year.
Yay, I love it. Starting your day off right, honey, will help you with your Just Give Me a Moment. And it will help you to transition from the little me to the big me when you spend that time the right way. So, Tammy, again, thank you so much for being on the We Shine Media Spotlight. We love spotlighting authors and people who are out here, making a difference and wanting to do so much more for the community. So we love it. I wish you the best with your PhD. Looking forward to seeing that doctor in front of your name here shortly. And enjoy the birthday. Turn up, honey. Listen, it's Friday too. Look, ain't nothing like having your birthday on the weekend where you can turn up like you want to. So I love it. I love it. Shout out to all the cancers out there doing your thing. Tammy, again, we will have you back on, when you get ready to do the next project. But y'all make sure you go and follow Tammy. Look for the link in the comments so that you can pre-order your book. And again, much success to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye. Bye.